Yeah, please keep
Okay,
going.
so here we go, you guys. My name is Nina Ashrafi. I'm your host from the North America side. And go ahead, Greg, say your name.
This is Greg Skierman, and I'm from Cape Town in South Africa, and really excited to be here with this training session. I'm here to basically be the backup for Nina, so I'll be answering questions towards the end of the training session. But yeah, just like Nina said, this is all about the mindset and getting it right and getting it ready for what is coming, what's coming from CoopInc. And I just wanted to touch on one small thing, a small detail, but a very important detail. Usually when we hear about businesses or opportunities, and the normal structure of businesses is to get everything sorted out first, and then you go public, and then put your name out there. And David, with his in his wisdom, did it the other way around. We've got everything in our back office at about 99.9% working. We've been through our back office and website and made sure everything is working 100% and ready for the avalanche of people that is going to be joining our business, and you are going to be part of that incredible storm that is going to be coming. And it is really something to be excited about. Afterwards, we after building the backbone and making sure that everything is working properly, all the additional stuff like the marketing material and the trainings and all those kind of things are being added. It is it's an kind of an unnatural way to do things from the way that we are used to, but I can promise you that for what we are going to get in the opportunity that is co-op income or co-op business as a whole, it was exactly the right way to do it. And now we are ready to, just literally ready to fly. All you need to do on your end and on all of our ends is to take that action and just take that leap of faith.
Yep. And I
And
mean,
I
that's something so
guarantee you'll be soaring.
exactly what David is, I mean, Greg is saying. David did everything around. There's a lot of companies who are jumping into similar, I mean, because everyone is competing, copycats, right? And what David did, he made sure that our system works. He made sure there's no hiccups. Okay, he made sure that everyone will get paid on time. He made sure that when you bring your teams in, you'll be able to keep track of everything. He made sure the back office, the automation, the technology is working. And that's what he made sure first. And that's why when you're merging all these income streams together, it's a lot of work, you guys. But if you understand the big picture, and that's why I always tell people that it is so big, it's bigger than our imagination. And that's why I put this picture out there, because you guys, it really works. Okay, it works 100% of 100. It works for 100% of the people, 100% of the time, who complete these two doable steps. We have the history. The footprints have been put already for past 22 years. This company is the originator. It's a disruptor. It's going to disturb more companies out there. And our CEO, the founder of this company, is a leader. He's a visionary. And that's what Greg was saying. He's a visionary. He's thinking beyond just now. He's thinking how it's going to take us to our dreams, and 20 years from now, 30 years from now, because he's way ahead of time right now. So you guys, I hope you guys are excited. We welcome you guys. Like I said, my name is Nina Ashrafi. I am so excited. Like I told you, I overslept, and I never do that. But let's get started. We wish and we thank you so much for being here on time. Oh, so let's talk about our quote, right? So I'm going to repeat the same thing. Okay. Believe big. You got to start believing big. If you do not put that word in your mind from today going on forward, I don't know what's going to happen. Because the thing is, it's not just about doing the basic elements, $20 and 3 people one time. It's a bigger picture, and that's what I'm about to talk to you guys about today. Okay, the size of your success is determined by the size of your belief. please, if you really believe, I want you to put it in the chat to believe, okay? Think little goals and expect little achievements. If you think little goals, you're going to achieve little achievements. Think big goals and you will win big. Okay, remember this too. Big ideas and big plans are often easier, certainly no more difficult than smaller ideas and smaller plans. It's going to take you same efforts, whether you think small or you think big, because you're thinking, right? So if you're going to think, you might as well think big. The magic of thinking big. I want you guys to really, you could download this PDF. It's available online, and download it and read it. I read that book in 2 days, a day and a half. When I got that book in my hand, someone gave that to me as a gift, and I got so excited. So one thing for sure, no matter what happens in my life, I always think big. Because if God has put that seed in your mind, there's a reason why God put that seed in your mind. There's no excuse, okay? Success requires heart and soul efforts. It's not only just heart, but it's soul. You got to jump into this now, you guys. We're going to jump into this, because if you understand what this is all about, you're really going to change your thoughts and your views and how to approach people. And I'm going to cover all that today. You can put your heart, okay, and really desire it. If you really want to desire this, you got to put it in. You got to have, what is your reason? What is your reason? What is your what? And what is your why? Okay. The how is all going to come together. Okay. The how is already there. Okay. David put the system there, platform for over 2 decades, 22-year-old history is there. What is it about? The mission, everything's there. But start with your what? What are you going to get out of this? And why do you want this? And that's the most important thing. What is your reason? Did you ever thought about that? And that's something people see. When I joined this, I was like, OMG. Okay. And I always say this. I was like, oh, I get it. And the more I started to watch the Zoom presentation with David, and I was like, oh, now I understand. And then when the mission came statement, we started emphasizing on the mission more, you guys. I was like, oh, this is bigger than we're thinking. And then, you guys, I like to do a lot of research. I like to see what's happening in the trends. I like to see what's going on in the world and what is the next thing that people are focusing on. And do you know, and I'm going to talk about that, is there's missions that people are focusing. One is a mission-driven opportunity, and you really believe it from your soul and your heart. Do you know you don't have to convince no one? You have to remember, you guys, we're just in the sorting business. We're sorting through people to help them achieve their goals. Okay. Imagine a small investment opens the door to endless possibilities. This is endless possibility. But how big is it in your mind? How big is it in your heart? Do you really believe it's an endless opportunity? You have to decide that. Because if you believe this is an endless opportunity, then roll up your sleeves, you guys. Okay. No more, oh, what if, should have, could have. No, because it works. And it works for 100% of the people. Let's talk about the potential. Let's talk about the success. Let's talk about a lot of things today. What happens when you tap into your massive potential and the massive action because you know it's going to work? What if, right? What happens? What if you really do tap into that massive action in your heart and you know it works? Those big words, 100% works for 100% of the time. Do you guys literally just read it? Okay. Those are words that David stands behind. And that's why we had some, the hiccups, because he was migrating all those matrices, right? From CoopInc 20 to Co-op 28 to Co-op to 80. Why? So we could have an opportunity of a lifetime. Okay. What kind of results would massive action produce? Massive potential usually means results. When you really believe it from the core. And when you get good results, what does it do to your belief? And your brain will say, see, I told you were a stud or studed, right? Right? The potential. See, mind and heart is all related, you guys. Mind and heart is all related. I was going through some challenges this week. I want to talk about that because a lot of people are disappointed in my team. And I get very emotional. I had a setback. My blood work came back, and my results were not good for my autoimmune. So my autoimmune has triggered it again, and it's all because of stress. And my doctor keeps on saying, "Don't have stress. Don't have stress." I was very emotional this week. And then I was like, "What's going on with you? You gotta have faith in God. Where's your faith in God again? You've overcome this for 3.5 years." Okay, and and I was like, okay, no, I'm not going to let the devil win again. No, I'm not. I have faith. I've been waiting patiently, and and that's what God tests us. God is always testing on our patience, right? And I go, I've been waiting for this company. I haven't done massive, but my belief is 1,000,000% right there with you guys. Okay, my belief is 1,000,000% right there with you guys, and I was like, no. Okay, I disappointed some of my leaders. I said, I'm going to do this, and I couldn't do it. I was having a pity party, and the reason my knees were hurting me for almost 3 weeks is because my body internally was attacking. But I went, got my test done and everything, and doctor said, you have no arthritis. We don't know what's going on. And then my doctor said, okay, let's do your blood work. And that's when I found out that my numbers have elevated again. And it's so emotional for me, and I'm sorry, but it's okay. I'm back, I'm okay, and I've snapped. And so last night when I was just having that pity party, thinking, what am I going to talk about today? It's a responsibility that I take very serious for Saturdays. Okay, and I go, what am I going to talk about? And I go, okay. Then I started to do research, and then when you keep on asking, God brings it to you. So this is what I want us to do. I want us to take massive action, you guys. Massive action means massive results. The potentials. This is the cycle of life. This is the cycle of success. The potential is there. Okay. We have to take action. With action, we'll get results. And the belief. You have to believe in this. You have to really believe in this, because that's when only things happen. Okay, if any of those formulas, that when your heart and your mind is not working together, when it's not sync, when your heart says, oh yeah, let's go, but your mind is saying, oh no. Even though we read words, even though we've been saying, it's a 22-year-old company, even though we say that, David has put the footsteps, the footprints, the trail is already there. It's 2 doable steps, that's it. But where's the belief? And that's what I want to cover today, okay? The potential of this. And the way I'm going to explain it to you today, you guys, and I hope you take lots of slides of this, you guys are going to really get it. And when I was putting this together, I was like, oh my God, oh my God. Okay, so let's get started, okay? Time to go bigger and bolder in the world now. It's time, you guys. It's time for us to take this mission very serious. It's time to seize the moment. I want you guys to remember this day, December 2nd, 2023, next year when we all meet at December 2nd. I want you to remember the moment that you seized it, the moment that you believe and your heart came together, because it's so much bigger. And wait till I talk about this, because see, I already know what all my slides are saying, right? The next slide. You guys have to seize the moment and absorb this, okay? So what is the number of people on planet today that, okay, so when I did research, I was putting these slides together. Like I told you, I was just putting things together, okay? The problem that's taking place in the world right now, okay? What is the number of people on planet today that have food insecurities? It's normally 80 million. This is direct from Tony Robbins. Okay, these quotes are direct from Tony Robbins. Okay, and I listen to, because I love listening to podcasts and things like that, and I love listening. It just motivates me. Okay, so right now the insecurity right now in the world is normally 80 million people per year. Okay, today, it's 5 seconds every child dies of hunger this year. It's 350 million people. It's 350 million. The reasons because of the coal policies we had in Africa. There was no travel because of the pandemic. 80% of the food, or should I say the income in those countries, were often came from tourism. So they have no money. And then we have the Ukraine war. And that, of course, is the breadbasket, right? Breadbasket, because all the wheat and all that comes from that part of the world. And then WF would prefer people not to use fertilizer. And yet 50% of all the world's food is generated by fertilizer. And it comes mostly from Russia, which is shut down. So we have 18 countries on the verge of famine right now, according to the UN, and it affects everybody, whether you care about children or feeding people or not. The instability in the world will certainly affect the world as whole if we don't do something about it. Do you see how powerful these words are? When I read those, when I was hearing them, I started to type. I was like, oh my God, do you understand the mission that we have? Take a picture of this right now. And look at our mission. I hope you took a picture, so I'm going to move to the next slide. Okay, our mission. Okay, empowering individuals, businesses, communities, and governments with sustainable solutions to end global poverty this decade through our unified efforts. Beat poverty by the end of this decade. You have to be mission driven. If the world is coming together to get rid of hunger and you know and otherwise we're going to see major escalate problems, which are going to be like a tsunami, like a snowball effect, if we don't get together and really believe in the mission that we have. What is your mission that you stand behind? What is the mission that you joined the company? See, and ending poverty, okay, 18 countries, you guys, are on the verge of famine. And that's going to be a snowball effect if we don't do something about it. Our mission works hand in hand with this. Do you understand how powerful this is? You know, and the more I do these presentations, the more my belief and my heart is all synced in. And I was like, wow, individuals and ending poverty. And how do you end poverty, you guys? We end it through one household at a time, right? It starts with me. It starts with you. Every household has some situation that someone is struggling, whether to take care of all the bills, whether to take care of all the expenses, whether to take care of, to get rid of the debt. The collectors are calling you now all of a sudden. Your phones are about to get shut down. Do you understand that? Do you understand how big? It's not about this matrix. It's not about three people. It's about the mission that we're standing behind. That's going to ripple into communities globally all over the world. And see, that's why when I talk about it, I joined this company for 3 reasons, right? I don't put my name on every company until it really hits me. Okay, even though I've been in this industry for 20 years plus, okay, as an entrepreneur, okay, but people know when I put my name onto something, I pretend this is my company then. And that's exactly what I did, you guys. When I joined this company, okay, I was like, oh my God, yes, I could help. Yes, I could do this. Yes, I could, because I felt like I'm 100% vested into this company. This is strictly volunteer that I do for you and me. And this opens my eyes when I'm sitting down and doing these things, because we have to get this. Okay, we have to get this, you guys. Do you understand this mission? Do you understand why we could help be part of the biggest movement right now to stop, 18 countries on the verge of famine right now, according to UN? Okay, that's huge. How do we stop this? We have a global opportunity, right? It's a $20 opportunity. It's globally positioned. We have the footprint for 22 years. This is what you need to start talking about. We have a mission to be part to help stop the famine that's taking place because of the pandemic. We have an opportunity to get rid of global poverty. Okay, it starts from one household. It starts from you. Do you want to be part of this mission? This is how you got to call and start talking to people. And this is how we're going to win. Okay, so let's talk about some of this. We have a gift to give to the world. Do you understand that? We have a gift to give to the, we are all a puzzle and we're all coming together. David did his part, right? Every individual is coming together as a team, okay? And we're all getting plugged in together. because we do have a gift. There's leaders in the other side of the world, you know, South Africa, Europe, Australia, you know, then we have leaders North America, Canada, and soon it's going to go global. Okay, we don't know where the leaders are coming from, but we all are part of this world. If we don't take this seriously, you guys, I don't know what's going to happen. And that's going to affect our families too, right? If the famine takes place, it's going to affect our families too. How does it affect our families? Did you see how the grocery bills are nowadays? It's ridiculous. Everything is sky high. And a dozen eggs, I'm talking about USA market, right? A dozen eggs, you know, it was easy to buy. Now it's like almost $5. A gallon of milk, and during the pandemic, it was almost $10. Don't you think that was affecting us? Don't you think it's affecting now? The economy and the inflation is not even working hand in hand. By the time we bring money to our house, all these bills which are waiting for us, because those are residual bills that come every month no matter what happens, and then we're trying to fight to feed our families. Do you understand how big this mission is? I get this. I really do get it. And that's why when finally everything has come together, you guys, I can't wait till David goes over all the details and everything. Are you ready for that? This weekend is all about preparing. This weekend is all about getting together, making a list again, working together. How are you going to do this? What is your goal? Why you want to do this? We're all coming together because there's no looking back no more. We have waited. We have waited patiently. I waited patiently. I was like, you know, and like I said, stress causes so much thing. Could you imagine my stress caused my numbers to elevate again? My autoimmune disease is back. Okay, stress for people go hunger. You know, parents cannot see their kids starving. Parents cannot see, you know, Tony Robbins' story was, you know, at 11 years old, they were starving. Okay, someone walked in and said, here's grocery for you for Thanksgiving. And that's when his vision opened up. Are we going to allow more years to go by? How many years have gone by in our lives? How many years we've been trying to find the perfect company? How many years we've been trying to find the magic object? You guys, I want you to get laser focused on this. There's no other magic company. There's no other company. There's no gotcha in this company. It's a simple mission that we stand behind, and we need to believe in it. Until your belief gets 100% strong, you will not be able to give this as a gift. See, finding 3 people should be a piece of cake. Why? Because if we're not approaching this like a gift to the world and trying to see people who want to be part of this mission to get rid of poverty, to get rid of hunger, and it starts with one household at a time, and to change your zip codes, to help you change your zip codes, to help you change your family's legacy, then you don't get it. Honestly, you don't get it. You're just thinking about that 3 number. It's more than just 3 numbers. We could go help thousands of people. And that's the number that I want to help. It's not that 3. 3 is the basic preliminary number. Okay. That starts your income center. If that's all you do, that's good too. But once the vision gets really big in your heart and your mind, that's when things change. Okay. So whole life are changed and controlled by 3 decisions. Our whole lives are controlled by 3 decisions. What are we going to focus on? What does it mean? And what are you going to do about it? Okay, what are we going to focus on? What does it mean? The first decision that we make every moment of your life is, what are we going to focus on? Whatever you focus on, you feel. So if you feel this, you're going to focus on this, and you're going to focus the right way this time, and not, oh, I got to get my 3 people. I got to get my 3 people. No, you guys, the mission is so much bigger than 3 people. And because, see, when you sound desperate, people feel that you're desperate. Okay, and that's what you have to realize. It's a mission that we're going to start focusing on, and we're going to start talking about our mission and what the mission is about to do, and help global famine, help global poverty. And it starts with one household at a time. We want to know, but not, and the biggest thing is, by helping one family at a time, it in return helps us, because receiving becomes giving, giving becomes receiving. What does it mean? Are you focused on something that you have to decide what it means? That what your brain does sorry, I was doing this really fast. what your brain does this, the end of the beginning. Okay, I'm sorry. It was, I'll fix all this. Okay. So basically, if you have to decide, if you don't know the meaning, then your brain is not going to program this. What does it mean? Do you understand the meaning of global poverty? It's a mission that was. So third is your decision. It's like the moonshot in your mind until it becomes clear. Moonshot basically means it's 1 in a billion. And if you take this business like, oh, getting rid of poverty this decade, oh, yeah, right, whatever, then you don't understand the meaning behind this. Then your focus will never be clear. Okay. You have to understand that. What is your focus? Our focus is our mission. Do you understand the meaning behind it? Okay. Okay. What are you going to do about it? If your mission, if all these 3 decisions are not clear in your mind and your soul, it's like shooting the moon star. But if you have all this clarity in your mind, the moonshot becomes very real. The moonshot could take 28 days to achieve. Well, we just need to do that 128-day cycle, right? That one. Well, what if it takes you 2 months? What if it takes you 3 months? How many years have we spent in our life working for someone else, 40 hours a week, for how many years? How many years? Whether we liked it or we didn't like it, we went because we thought this is our means to our financial needs, right? But we have an opportunity now to shoot the moon, okay, to reach, help billions of people, because it's real right now. So you have to get those 3 decisions right. Okay, whole life are changed and controlled by 3 decisions, right? You got to have something larger enough to make you crazy. See, when I started hear that podcast, I was like, it really does make me crazy. It really does make me emotional, because I know how it feels. When you're sick in bed and you don't know what's about to happen in your life, you don't even know if you're going to survive that, right? It has to make you crazy. This business, I think about this 24/7, 24/7, and I get really emotional. I do get emotional because I really get everything. The heart and the soul has become together because of the mission and what's happening. And you have to understand it. It sounds ridiculous. There's got to be some part of you that turns into a must, starting with the why for success, not a should. See, when you have that why for success, okay, there's a difference between why you want to do this and you should do this. Okay, when you believe in that mission of why you want to do this, you're going to be motivated. And oh, I need to do this. Like, should I do this? Oh, and then you're going to put it off. Okay, so from this today point going onward, you guys, okay, we're not going to do oh, should I do this? Say no. I am why I'm going to do this, because I need success for myself and my family, and I need to have that as a ripple in the world, because I have to be part of this bigger vision of 6 years getting rid of the poverty. And if it if it is a should, it gets done when it's easy. See, when a should happens, it only gets done when it's easy time, when it's comfortable time. And we were all, and I'm first to say that I was guilty about that too, you guys. Okay. Because I was like, oh, okay, David still has not done this and this. But David kept on saying, you guys, the system works. It's been proven. I'm just merging all the matrices, but the system is there. Okay. And so that became, okay, it will, should, when it happens, should, okay. And then excuses happen. But when it becomes a must, it happens no matter what happens. It's a must now, right? It's a must. If it's a must, show some heart, because if it's a must for you, show some heart, show some love, because that's what it's going to trigger you guys. If you have a big enough why, you can figure out how to do this. Your why has to be big enough. And I was like, we all need this mindset today. From today going forward, we need a mindset no matter what happens. It's not a should, it's a must. It's a must that's going to take place, because our family depends on this. The first question people go to is how. Okay, and that's what's wrong. It's not how. What's wrong with that question, right? How is absolutely the wrong question to start with, because if you never done it before that, how are you gonna because that's what the uncertainty is there, because you've never done it. We have never achieved that, right? All the people in this company, all the people who have been successful, they're enjoying the systems. And so when you have that doubt in your mind of how is that going to take place, then you're like, oh, and then it becomes a should I do it today? Okay. And then it becomes, another shiny object comes and we all jump into that. I'm not jumping into no shiny object, no matter how many people call me. And I get calls on a regular basis. Hey, Nina. Hey, Nina. And I just say, okay, yeah, send me, because I'm open-minded. I just like to see what's out there so I could tell them what we have to offer, right? So I want you guys to put blocks on every shiny object. I want you guys to get focused on this with me, with David, with all of us together. You guys, it really works. Your why has to be very important to you. No more waiting. Execution is power. Knowledge is potential. Power, execution breaks knowledge. So when you execute this, knowledge is power. I think we got enough knowledge now how to do the system and what we're going to say. The only thing is now time to execute this, you guys. Time to execute this. Get that, success no matter what happens. I got to get this done. Okay. What and why? If you know those needs to be done, why is need to be done is a stronger enough. So when you have that what and why, that's good enough. That's going to take you to the next level. What do you have to do? What do you have to do? We have to stand behind the mission to be helping people get rid of poverty, get rid of hunger. Hundreds and hundreds of people, some of the top millionaires, billionaires are working together to get rid of poverty, to get rid of hunger. Okay, that's a mission that Tony Robbins, he got some of the top billionaires in the world to help him get rid of that. We have our David T. Rosen, whose mission is to get rid of poverty. And if you get rid of poverty, you'll get rid of hunger, right? So we could help people feed them every day, but if we show them how to fish through this opportunity, a $20 opportunity could change their hunger forever, get rid of the poverty, change their zip codes no matter what part of the world they're living in, start having them dream again, start believing in a legacy to leave behind for their families. Okay, you're not going to do this by yourself. There are no moonshots that are done by individuals. We're not going to do this. That's why I committed myself, you guys. Every Monday through Thursday, I'm doing Zooms. Okay, and I'm about to bring my teams in. Okay, take advantage of this. You got to take advantage of this because this is not going to be done by ourselves. We're all going to do this. We're going to shoot for the moon. Okay, we're shooting for the moon. Why? We're not going to wait. Look how many years we have spent already doing jobs, looking for that shiny object opportunity. Everything is clear. You got to get the clarity. Individuals may stimulate it, but it takes a team. It takes an army of people to make something happen. I hope you guys are ready. I'm getting you ready mindset today because this weekend is all about implementing goals. This weekend is all about rewriting your list. This people is not now. It's not, oh, it's a must. It's not should. It's a must to do this, okay? Take massive action because you know it's going to work. You know it's going to work. I mean, you know what? David wrote that on everything. He writes it on his website. He writes it on his marketing. He writes it everywhere. He talks about it. He's so proud of that. 100% works for people. 100%. 100%. Okay? Because even his attorney said, David, don't say this. But David's like, crap, it works. And we were thinking, oh, David is just joking. No, you guys, now I get it. Because it really works. Are you a visionary? Let's be part of the vision that the message is about. Okay, it's going to work. And what kind of results will be massive action, massive potential? Massive actions is only going to give you massive potential. If you don't do massive action, you're not going to have massive potential. Okay, I don't want you to get hung up on, oh, the 28 days. And if no, focus on the mission now. and talk about the mission. Do you know what the pandemic has done already globally? Do you know what's happening? We have 18, and I told you to take a picture, and I'll put that slide up again. Talk about those bullet points. And the company that I'm working with right now, our mission is to get rid of poverty. And how do we get rid of poverty? So there's a lot of leaders in the world who are helping get rid of hunger. And then how long is it? But we're going to show you how to fish and how to get rid of poverty. One household, so that way you'll never have to go without eating food, the basic necessity of life, and people cannot afford that. People are starving. Okay, we have an opportunity for $20, you guys. Okay, produce the results in your mind first. Produce it. I want you guys to produce it. I want you to write this on a piece of paper right now. I don't care where you're sitting right now. Okay, produce the results in your mind first. Your mindset has to be ready. Lack of uncertainty without certainty, that's no execution. If you lack anything right now, it's not going to happen. Okay, find something that you are so passionate about, and that's the thing that's gonna you'll go to the end of the world for, the end of the earth for, the passion. We have come together. We're taking massive action. Our passion is to help people. Our passion to get rid of global poverty. You know, like millions of, there's close to top 50 millionaires who have joined the mission to get rid of hunger, to get rid of the famine in this world right now that's taking place because of the pandemic and the wars and all that. But do you think that's going to stop? So how do you continue feeding those people? Opportunity of a lifetime, which is CoopInc. Okay, so define your goals. Okay, you have to define your goals. Outcome. What specific outcome do you want to achieve? Is your goal? It has to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Okay, it has to be time bound. So this week, you guys, I was like, okay, let's be credible to each other. Accountability to each other. So this Saturday till next Saturday, I want you guys to start all over again. All the people who have their 3, I want you to go find your 3 again. Start fresh. Okay, let's put another goal together. Okay, this week, if that's all you do, you find your 3. Break it down. Let's take this smaller task at a time, and let's hit that milestone. All of us on this call today, you guys, let's go and find our 3 people with the passion of the mission behind now, and see the energy that's going to change in your mind frame, right? Okay, set a timeline. I set a timeline. Let's all do this. I hope you're ready to do this. Okay, we're going to set a timeline. Yes, if you need me, you guys, I get messages all the time on WhatsApp. Reach out to me. And I do respond. If I don't call you, I do respond. And I do respond only, I apologize for some of the people because I was having a pity party because, like I told you, my numbers went bad again. Okay. But I do respond because I do this business like I have vested my whole life into this. I've been waiting for this dream. I hope you guys realize that this is a dream that you were waiting for too, right? Okay. Resources needed. We have enough resources, you guys. Now that 3-minute sizzle video that David just put out, it's on our website also. Use that. Okay, send it to people. Say, this is the mission. This is what we want to do. We want to help. And I want to see if you want to be part of this mission that help be part of getting rid of global poverty in 6 years because of, what's happening with the pandemic and the starvation that's taking place all over the world. I want to see if you want to be part of this. The obstacles and the solutions, you have them right in your hand. Action plan. Review and adjust. We're always reviewing and we're always adjusting. Okay, and if you see some typo, I just saw this little R hanging. Like I told you, I did this last night when I was done with my pity party. And I said, okay, and then I was listening, then I started to type and type and type. So, okay, action plans. This weekend is all about reviewing and adjusting what we really want. This weekend is all about, okay, are we ready? Are we ready? I'm absolutely ready. I'm not looking at no shiny object. People call me all the time and I said, no, I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna give them the opportunity this time to say, go ahead, send it to me. I'm not, because I've closed. My father passed away 16 and a half years ago on Father's Day. Okay. I will never forget that moment. It was 3 a.m. Okay. 3 a.m. just before Father's Day, 3 weeks prior to that. He gave me his last hug. He gave me his last kiss. Okay. And he goes, out of all my 4 kids, because, I've gone through a lot in my life, and he goes, if you could only focus. Okay. And I've always been there. I'm doing hair, helping family, helping my child, helping my mom. I've always been the go-to person for my family, called Nina. I'm the 911. And my father said, if you could only focus. 16 and a half years ago, he said that to me. He gave me his last hug and his last kiss, and we both cried. Okay. It has taken me this long, 16 and a half years, to say, okay, I'm going to focus. I'm not going to look at no more shiny objects. I'm not going to look at nothing, you guys. This is laser focus time. Okay. This is time to achieve our goals now. Because why? My life depends on this. Your life depends, our family. We need to live the life that God has designed for us, and not to be stressed all the time, right? I mean, the stress is killing us. I mean, and it literally kills you. And we need to stop this. So could you imagine, we're living in a house with all the necessities of life and everything. And look at all those people who need this program, who need this program. Okay. And that's tough. Okay. And do you understand the mission behind this? I want you to focus like this is a mission, that your life depends on this. You're here to help millions of people, millions of people. Okay. Millions of people. And let's get this busy with this. Okay. I want you guys to find a quiet place, a comfortable space where you can concentrate without distraction. Begin your reflections on how long, the long term, the short term. What do you want out of 2024? Write down your goals, you guys. Write down what you want out of this. What is this going to help you with? And that's exactly what I'm about to do today. I told my mother, usually on the weekends, I take my mother out somewhere, because she's always cooped up in the whole house the whole week. And I said, no, Mom, this weekend is implementing what I need to say, what I've been saying. This weekend is all about really breaking things down. The potential that we have, let no obstacle come in the way this time, you guys. I want all us to be so successful in this. I want all of us to, when we all meet together, it's going to be the most amazing reunion. And we're going to be thanking God, we're going to be thanking David, we're going to be thanking that we believed in this. Okay. I want our 2024 to be the best year of our lives together. We got to change our habits. We got to change our mindset. We got to change everything. Until we get our minds together and become laser focused on getting rid of all the fluff and all the sounds and all the noises, it's not going to happen. Okay. I hope you're taking pictures of all these slides, because it's really important. And I want you to go through them again, and listen to this and read the slides. Okay, our mission. I wrote some mission points down, and I didn't have time to tweak them. Okay, and then I was like, you guys will understand this. I mean, I try to do, I was like, it's okay if there's whatever. You guys will understand this. Hey, everyone. So this is how you can start starting conversations, and I will have more mission statements, how to start conversations and all that next weekend. It's all going to be how to really fine tune this. And this week mission for all of us is, we're starting all over. We're going to find the 3 people. It's not just 3, but 3 minimum. We're going to find people who want to join our mission now, because we're shooting for the moon now. Okay. We're looking for people, who is not, see, when you go in the mind frame of talking to people, say, hey, I got an opportunity. They're like, oh no, what do you have now? It's okay. Hey, you know what? I'm part of a mission driven company. Our goal is to get rid of poverty. You know what has happened with the pandemic, right? There's people starving all over the world. Okay. I want to see if I could send you a 3-minute video that talks about, and how do we get rid of poverty? We help families, one family at a time. Do you have enough money that you can live off of? Do you have any debts that you don't worry about anymore? Do you have your financial future secure? They'll be like, no, no, no. Well, let me send you something. Okay, it's an opportunity, it's a business send the 3 minutes as a video, you guys. That's all the tool you need. And then they say yes, and say, I'm going to call you in 5 minutes. Urgency, urgency. I'm going to call you in 5 minutes. Write it down. That tracking sheet that I told you is going to be available in the back office. David wants us to put everything in the back office. And so, the name of the person, the phone number, the follow-up, when did you send them the video, what the reaction was, and you keep keeping track of this. And every month, every week, you have to put a new sheet. And it's And then, you know what, if they say follow up with me in 2 months, then you move it to your follow-up sheet in which it's already there. And then you write, this is the person I got to follow up in January 2024. This is the person, you know, keep organized. And the old fashioned is the best way, because you're moving paper to paper and you're writing things down. You know, a lot of people just imagine, okay, but if you start writing things down on a piece of paper, you're reading at the same time, you're writing, in your mind and your heart is working together. So typing is easy because you're just typing, you're not thinking. But when you're writing, right, that's why writing goal is so important. Okay, so I hope you take a picture of this, looking for a chance to fight poverty and earn $20 globally. Instead of saying earn $20 globally, I wanted to say, and you can start this business for $20. So I didn't have time to tweak this, you guys. This is the power of ChatGPT. When you tell ChatGPT, you give him bullets, and he or she, you know, you know. And then I was like, oh, I didn't have time, because I was getting so many ideas last night. I was so inspired by the vision, by that podcast that I was listening to. So, you know, but you get the gist of it, right? Aiming to empower everyone globally to start a movement against poverty while earning, you know, instead of saying while earning $20, it should not have said 20. You know, ChatGPT is just a computer, you guys. So eliminate the $20, you know, but tweak it into your own words. And next week when I show you, we'll have a better one. Join us this decade, opportunity of a lifetime. You got to talk with that mission now, because that mission is power. Okay, so basically we're done, you guys. Our mission, start with your mission and let's get busy with it. That's all I got to say today. And I didn't want to keep it no longer. I didn't want to confuse with this and this and this and this, you guys. I wanted to just continue staying focused on our mission. We have the whole world to help, you guys. Do you understand this? But it has to start with our mission now. It's not an opportunity. And then no more confusion. No more, oh, is this an MLM? We're not an MLM. We're not a Ponzi scheme. You guys, we're a mission-driven company. We're here to help get rid of poverty. We have 22 years of footprints on this. And it works. And $20 mission-driven company that's going to help get rid of poverty in their house, we could help millions of people. I hope that you understand this. I hope this is clarity. We will take questions. We will take live Q&As now. And then we will end in, you know, in 10 minutes. Okay, thank you so much, you guys. So you could raise your hand and we could do, Greg, do you want to say something?
Yes, please. Okay. Usually when we go through these meetings, there's a couple of questions in the Q&A section. It's like, I'm really glad to say that there's 0 questions today, because our focus was more on mindset and where we're going to go with this. And I've made a couple of notes here that I really wanted to share with you very quickly, because it just builds on exactly what you were speaking about. You went into great detail there. And more so, I just want to acknowledge you, Nina, for sharing your story. I know it got very emotional, and at one stage, and you know, it's like we saw the teary eyes and everything like that. But you know, we are human beings, and we have no option but to feel empathy, and that's the reason why you're here. I also, secondly, want to acknowledge everybody that's in this group, because 100% commitment that you've shown just for showing up, and that's the big game changer here. So I just want to go through a couple of notes here very quickly that I made. Okay, so you were talking about producing it in your mind first. There's some folks that are saying it's like, if you need to be something before you are something. You need to do what that really means is it has to make sense, and it has to be you have to be it in your mind first. Then the universe will conspire to make that happen, because you determine what happens in your life. You determine what you bring into your life, and what you focus on will expand. Whatever, if you focus on the positive things will expand in your life. If you focus on the negative things will expand. So a couple of notes here that I made. This is probably one of the better sessions that I've seen, and not that the others were not great. They are all great, but the most important thing is here is that what we've learned here today is about leading our teams and leadership. And good leaders learn from good leaders. And that is what we are building right now. Because when this avalanche comes down the line, we will be the leaders, and we will need to be teaching our teams how to get where they need to get, which means we are going to be doing these kind of presentations to our teams of thousands of people in groups so that they can understand exactly where we are headed with this business and where our focus needs to be. So buckle up, because even if it's the second most stressful thing in the world to do a presentation, to do public speaking. Trust me, when your mission sinks into your heart and soul, you will be able to speak on it with authority, and you will not have a problem with it. I promise you that. Second thing, feel the fear and do it anyway. Just feel the fear and do it anyway, because nothing will stop you if you are enthusiastic about this mission that we are on. All right. Another thing that I made note here, you need to become selfish, okay, which is kind of against what we're saying and what our mission is. But let me explain what I mean by being selfish. You need to be selfish and work on your own goals, because that will put you in a position to help others. If I'm sure if we had to go through every single person here and say, it's like, I would really love to help this person do that. I'd really love to, help this cause. I really would like to donate to this cause. And it's like, how can you possibly do it if you don't have yourself sorted out? I'll tell you a little story that goes with that. It is my sister is a single mom. Her son is now 23 years old, very nice guy, everything like that, and really came through a really rough time. And we had a conversation one day, and she said to me, "It's like, you know what? I would do anything for my son. Even if I'm lying in a hospital bed, I will make sure that everything is going 100% right with him." So I told her, that is the wrong attitude to have. And she looked at me funny because she was expecting support. So I said, what you are saying is actually incorrect, because what good are you in looking after your son if you're lying and sick in a hospital bed? You cannot do that. So you have to look after yourself first to enable you to look after the others. And that's what I mean by being self. The next one is, if your goals don't scare you, they're too small. If they don't scare you into action, and they don't jerk you into action, then it's too small. You need to go bigger. You need to think bigger, and you need to dream bigger. All right. And if you want assistance with that, you are in the right place, first of all, because in the training sessions you get that. And I highly recommend, if you have not joined the 5-day boot camp that Marina has put together for us, please find out from her. It's in the chat groups and everything like that. The links to the Facebook page where all the recordings are there. There's action items there that will help you get to those goals, that will help you develop yourself so that you can build this business in a way that you have never ever thought of before. And it is 100% free, guys. I highly recommend, go and watch those videos. If you did not join those sessions, go and get access to those videos, take all of those action steps, and I promise you that this business will explode for you. It will completely explode. So please do join that boot camp. Then I always like to make recommendations. There's two movies that I know we're not supposed to be watching movies and things like that, but there's two movies that I always watch to get inspired, right? And I'm going to put the names of them in the chat, but there's two movies that I really would like to share with you guys. And one is called The Perfect Gift, um, which is, and I'm not going to do any spoilers. If you can find it, it's basically on most of the streaming sites, so you can find them. The one is called The Perfect Gift, and the second one is called The Peaceful Warrior. Those are the two movies I highly recommend. It's not like, based on true stories and things like that, but the message in both of those movies has served me in some of my darkest times, and how to build a bulletproof mindset into going into areas that you yourself are going to discover about yourself in this journey that you're on in this business. Okay, so I see there's a question. Is this being recorded and will it be posted? Yes, it will, and it will be posted as soon as this meeting is finished. It does take some time to render. Then Nina always posts the link to it afterwards in the chat groups. I'm just going to check through the chats very quickly.
And also, while you're checking, Greg, I posted the 3-minute video. I hope you guys all got it and copy it. And this is the 3-minute video that does this scenario quickly and explains what this is all about. And then we're just going through the sorting. You guys, we're not here to convince, and we're here to just go through. And because if our mission is at the heart and the soul has combined, has met together, that means our mission is profound mission for us to really find the right people, and don't focus on, oh, I gotta do this. But so this week from this Saturday till next Saturday, all the people on this call, let's do a checklist next Saturday. Let's see how many people achieve that goal. And I think we got to be accountable to ourselves, because being accountable to ourselves means we're going to achieve our dreams, and that's something very important. So so
okay,
I hope
so Nina, I just wanted to check with you. It's like let's get specific about it. Let's put a goal in place. What is at least one action item that everybody is going to take by next Saturday? What is the one thing that we're going to, or at least 2, 3,
well, I
4
mean,
things?
this weekend is all about getting a mind frame all together. Okay, you got to really, if you have to read that mission, you guys, getting rid of poverty, and you got to read this like 100 times to understand. Is bigger than what you think it is. Okay, you have to understand the mission behind this company. Here's the mission, and then when you're talking to, this has to come into your deck. You have to memorize words, you guys. You have to, it has to come from your heart. I want you to really sit down and really understand the power of this mission. Okay, understand this. This is your mission. This is your homework assignment for this weekend. Is read this at least 100 times, and then take a picture of the slide right now and talk about how 18 countries are on the verge of famine, what's happening, and how some of the top billionaires have come together because of the pandemic, and what's happening in the world right now. 350 million people every 5 seconds, children die of hunger this year. It's 350 million people who are starving. Okay, and our company is on the verge. Our mission is to help get rid of poverty, and not just get rid of hunger, but help people have stability where they could depend on. Okay, our mission is to get rid of poverty. Understand the mission, and this is how I say, you know what? I want to send you. I want to send you the 3-minute video, and that explains what this mission is all about, what the company stands behind. Can I send you a 3-minute video? Make it simple. It's not that complicated, you guys. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm just telling you exactly what I'm going to do. Make a list. Okay, and then start utilizing the scripts that I've just told you. And these are the scripts, you guys. Understand the message. It has to come. It has to resonate in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, that this is way bigger than $9,000. This is way bigger than $10 million. This is a movement, and the more we help people be part of this mission movement, the more we're going to help them, the more it's going to come back to us. God always says, the more you help, the more it's going to come back to you. And that's something very important. You have to realize this, you guys. This is a mission now. It's not, see, when the mission becomes clear, honestly, when the mission becomes very clear, the focus becomes clear. Then you don't have doubts in your heart. Is this company, or is this company? No, we're a mission-driven company. The systems have been proven already. 22 years of footsteps of success. Okay, our CEO, why do you think he put this mission? Because he was homeless. He was in poverty. He was homeless, and he saw the world through another vision. That's why he's a visionary, because he went through these steps already. And he said, no, I'm going to create something that could help millions of people. And his vision, his numbers, his mathematical genius, and automation all came together. See, the mission only happens, the vision only happens when God puts it in your mind. I hope that today this mission has been put into your mind, that we're part of something so much bigger, you guys, so much bigger. It's not about anymore about, oh, I want to change my life for my family. No, we're mission driven now. Okay, you guys, that's why I get so emotional. And that's why, because when my dad said, get focused, when focus and mission comes together, success happens automatically, because people see it through your heart. When you try, oh, I have a business opportunity, and can I send you? And they're like, oh no, you cannot even explain it to me. How are you going to help me reach my goals? See, people join individuals because they see that you could help them, take them to the next level. You could take them because they dream it through your eyes, they dream it through your vision. Okay, if you have that power to help people dream it through your eyes because they believe in you, then start believing in yourself now and get focused on this mission. These are the two most important slides of this presentation today, you guys. Understand what's happening globally. Okay, these are stats. Tony Robbins said this, and some of the top billionaires have joined together to get rid of hunger, to get rid of famine. Okay, and imagine every 5 seconds a child dies of hunger. That is so sad. Okay, imagine what's happening to the mother. Imagine what's happening to the family. They look at their kids and they're like, how are we going to feed them? You guys, we have an opportunity. We have an opportunity, and the more God is going to bless us. What is a $20 to help someone get started with this, right? Okay, the more you understand this, money becomes obsolete when the mission comes and everything happens again. It's planning, it's preparing yourself for this. So, you guys, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say to you. Okay, and get your list together. Get the focus of mission in your mind together. Get everything together and make a list, and now start helping people reach their goals. We could help organizations, we could have charities, we could have so many communities, to have a sustainable solution. Feeding people is a great for mission, right? But teaching people how to have a sustainable solution to end global poverty, and global poverty comes from our house, individuals. I'm not starving, but I have my own issues. I have to find solutions to get rid of all my debts so I won't have no more stress, so that way I can live financially free, so I don't have to worry about things. What are the things which stopping you to build your sustainable solution through a mission driven company? So yeah, so basically what the thing is, you know and the basic fundamental is three, right? The basic fundamental to start your income system, if everyone has basically just waiting for something to happen, a miracle, and that means you have to go out and find your three key people again, because that's all it takes, right? The three people who come with the mission driven in their mind will be able to say, yes, I will do this with the mission now in my mind. It's easier to bring new people than to put fire underneath someone who's just been sitting there like a pumpkin. So that's what I'm trying to say. If it takes that, you have to go find your three new people again, or 10 people, or whatever, do the basic minimum first. It's easier to start with excitement with three new people than to put fire underneath a pumpkin to get him excited or get her excited again. Because if they've lost their vision, they've lost their direction. So I'm not here to convince no old people. I'm here to say, are you going to be part of this mission? Yes or no? I'm going through my list, and that's it. That's all I'm going to do, is I'm going to go through my list, and whatever it takes, get very laser focused. When the horse goes on a race, right? Why do you think he wears those little eye protectors, right? So that way he stays on the target. I want you to get those. I don't know what they're called, get that focus on your
They're
target.
called blinkers.
What is it called, Greg?
Blinkers.
Blinkers. So yeah, are they called blinkers that you put on the side of the horse, and the horse cannot go left or right? He just keeps on looking at the target because the owner wants that horse to win the race. This is our race. This is our race. Stay focused.
Pete Cameron said blinders. Yeah, so I know it's something like that. Yeah.
Blinders. Okay, thank you, Peter. Blinders. Okay, yeah. So put that on. Put that on.
It's exactly, and that leads into another saying that I like to use, which is, obstacles are those frightful things that you see when you take your eye off the goal.
Yeah.
So if if not looking at your goal, you'll see all the obstacles. Where
But
you
see, but the thing
focus
is,
is what's going to expand.
exactly. But if you have this mission embossed in your heart, in your mind, in your soul, okay, your goal is going to automatically happen. We have to go with the mission driven company now, because of the millionaires and the billionaires are coming together to do this mission right over here, you guys. Okay, and they're coming and they're spending billions of dollars, okay, helping to get this problem resolved, because it's just going to get worse if we don't stop it, and we all will be affected by this. And it's already seeing, if we don't get enough food in the world and the prices, and then it's a snowball effect, everything just keeps on happening over and over. This is the pause, this is a pause, and this is what we have to so your goals will automatically happen if your mission is clear in your mind. I'm done for today, you guys. I thank you so much for your time. I thank you so much for your commitment, for being here and um, being on these Zooms is being you're committed to your goals. Okay. I come on these Zooms Monday through Thursday and Saturday because I'm committed. I'm committed. I'm committed to win with all of you guys. Okay. Rain or shine. I told everyone. I told David, I'll add more Zooms in the morning. Right now, I'm focused in the evening because, I still have to get other things done in my life too. But as soon as I have my whole team in the way I want them to be, I will be putting more hours and doing more presentations for the other side of the world too, the South Africa and Asia and all those other Europe and all that. I have leaders that I'm going to be start bringing in from all over the world, and according to that, I will start presenting my opportunities. But rain or shine, Monday through Thursday, you already have me for those 4 evenings, you guys. All you have to do is not plug in your people, and then Saturday training. I hope Saturday we'll do a checklist again, see how many people. I want you to really make that commitment. It's not hard, you guys, because it's a mission driven. On my behalf, thank you so much. I am gonna end. My name is Nina Shrafi. I'll see you Monday through Thursday, and then Saturday from Chicago, Illinois. And back to you, Greg. I'm going to end after Greg says bye.
Yes, goodbye, everybody. And yes, and all the very best for this week. Have a blessed one. And you know what? Really, let's be consistent. Every single day, remind yourself exactly what it is that needs to get done, and let's just get it done. Let's get busy with it. Yeah, that's that simple.
That's it. Thank
Let's
you,
keep it
guys.
simple.
Have a great weekend. I hope you're going to get very busy with all the goals that you have to do. And then next Saturday is our accountability meeting. And we're going to see how many people achieve the goal, including me. Okay.
Yep.
And every Saturday we're going to be accountable to us, because this is not this training is all about basically for all the members and not new members. And when the new members come, and I'm gonna put a calendar, you guys. So this is how I'm going to divide this meeting. We're going to have a calendar. We're going to have a new and we won't even need a calendar for that. New member orientation, which is going to be available in the back office. I'm going to be putting that together. So that way when a new member come, you just tell them, download that PDF, download that video and watch it. So that way the duplication starts. So those are some of the systems that I want to start bringing in with David. And so that way duplication happens and the mission. So every Saturday I try to bring something new, whatever my brain is going to say. Next Saturday, I don't know either what type of trainings I do, but every time you ask me to do a training, I do those trainings too. And that's it. Nina Shrafi saying bye from Chicago, Illinois. Have a great weekend, you guys. See you at the top together. Let's work, stay focused with Greg and Nina, my partner in crime every Saturday. I appreciate you, Greg, so much. I know over there is the time frame and the load shedding situations, but may God bless us all for being together on this journey until we meet. Okay, take care, you guys. Thank you.
Bye bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.